If you're a heating and air conditioning technician, what is one of the most common questions that you get, and why does it matter? This is an important question. I'm Sylvan Bell, coming to you live for HVAC Technician Sales Secrets on a perfect day to talk about sales and a perfect day to talk about you. Now, here's the thing. I have ridden with more technicians than I can count. I've been on more sales calls, more appointments than you could probably imagine. And inevitably, this question comes up from buyers, from people who are looking at systems, from people who want repairs. And this is the question: what would you do? What would you do? And what you need to know is if you answer this question wrong, it can cause you a lot of problems. This is why you should join HVACTechSecrets.com. I'll give you the goods, not in the Facebook group, not on the YouTube channel. So you're like, hey Scott, it's just a simple question. It is, but it's complicated too. So one of the most common things that you may hear when you're doing your door approach as a technician or as you're about to explain damage is the person that you're meeting with says, just don't try to sell me a new one, okay? And I want you to think about this because this is super important, like underlined, super important. If they're under the belief that all you're gonna do is try to sell them a new one, this question may be a setup, and I don't mean in a bad way. It just may be like they were trying to confirm some suspicions, right? So you're looking at the system, you're on the outside, you're talking to them, they've got a bad contactor, bad capacitor, bad fan motor, system's low on charge, dog urine's eating through the coil, there's a million problems. And the question that they're gonna come up with is, what would you do? Well, my question for you first, before I give you some sort of an answer that can help you out, is what do you say? Because if you say, get a new system, they're gonna go, ah, ha, 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 ha. Knew it. You're only here to sell me a new one. You're only here to sell me a new one. Well, you know what? If it was me, I would say that's really gotta be up to you. That's your decision. I'm just here to present to you what's going on. That's gotta be your decision. Now, I know there's a lot of trainers in this industry, it's like you take the lead, it's your job to be the expert, but think about this. In this one instance, what would you do? If that question is meant to judge if you were just trying to sell a new system, you've already lost. So you do have to give some pushback. This has got to be your decision. That's personal. Come on. What would you do? Well, I mean, there are opportunities out there, but you have to tell me that that's what you want to do, right? I can go down that path, but that's got to be something that you want. I can't make you do anything. That's got to be what you want to do. And the person will be like, come on, tell me. Like, before I give you my answer, I want you to tell me like that's what you want. So you gotta let me know that that's what you want to do. And they're gonna come back and say, all right, I really do want to know what you would do. In that instance, you're gonna use your best judgment. You're gonna say, here's your opportunities, here's your options, here's the specials that we're running. You can have somebody come out and have a conversation with you. Here's all the things that we're doing, right? But if you have not prepared for this question, what would you do? And you don't know, then a lot of times it's a test to see if you're just gonna say, let's get you a new one. You've already lost. You just spent 90 minutes working on a piece of equipment, 60 minutes working on a piece of equipment to have a 2 or 3 minute conversation only for the buyer to say, what would you do? And not know how to answer that question. This is why you need to practice. This is why you should do ride-alongs. And if you're watching and you're like, and you see real time and you're watching the interaction and the homeowner says, what would you do? And the technician goes, you should get a new one. You can see the scowl on the buyer's face a lot of times. I've seen this so many times, can't even count, right? You have to give some pushback and go, time out. Like, it's not my choice. It's not my responsibility. I don't live here. That's really got to be your decision. And then let them come back and ask you a couple of times. No, really, like, hey, look, if I give you my opinion, it's got to be something that you want, right? It's really got to be something that you want. And they may come back and go, yeah, I really do want to hear it. But I would probably go 2 or 3 times deep minimum before I answer that question, instead of just like, you need a new one, right? Here's what normally happens. I've seen this so many times. Homeowner, what would you do? You need a new one. It's like that fast. It's like the technician jumped as fast as they could. There's a timing to it. Homeowner says, what would you do? Technician should be like, well, 2001, 2002, 2003. Like, look, that's got to be your decision. That's got to be up to you. I can't tell you what to do. I can state the facts. I can tell you everything that's going on all this piece of equipment, but I can't tell you what you need to do. Come on, technician, tell me what you need to do. Look, here's the thing. There's definitely a lot of things going on with the system, but it's meant to protect you the company and the homeowner that that's what they really want to do. I know this may be controversial, and I'm okay with that. You got one thing to do from here, just one thing. Find the subscribe button, click on it every time I send out a video. You'll get an update that says HVAC Tech Secrets, Technician Secrets. It's another fantastic video. You should check it out, which you should. We'll see you soon.